came back. They gave some punk ass white boy whose dad was the announcer and honestly sucked, and I kicked his ass in practice all the time. They gave that dude my helmet, and then when I came back, I had to wear a shut 2-bar face mask, a 2-bar running back.
That's disgusting.
I was a lineman.
Actually, that's kind of hard.
It low-key would have been.
But you get punched in the throat.
Honestly, one of the dudes,
and your pads slide up and choke you out. If you
I was like, I have this little
who has good hand placement inside.
So what exactly?
I have a big helmet with the small ass face mask,
especially with your big ass giving up your chest.
Oh my god!
First off, I didn't, and my senior year, I
got faster hands than you,
only by a little bit. And it's honestly, it's
I'm Mexican.
That don't mean shit. What? You think I haven't whooped a Mexican's ass before? You think that hasn't happened?
So what about the helmet? What is it in specific?
We're gonna talk about that off the air. I don't know what that was.
He has an issue with what is it we know that he doesn't.
He just doesn't want to change it.
He's had the same helmet for 10 years.
But what's the change that's so bad that he's
so if you look inside of the helmet, it's a bunch of different pads with a bunch of different airbags.
Right, because I know each spot has a different. You got to have it in a different position in order to make sure
it's like an air mattress, right? Not all air mattresses are created the same, right?
Right.
And each one you lay on is going to feel different. It's the same thing, but imagine that on your head, strapped tightly to you, so you feel every single movement, and just depending on how used him and his body is to it and how it reacts to him, he's just used to that. He just doesn't want to have to go through the process. Imagine your favorite
pair of tennis shoes. Imagine your favorite chair, your favorite seat, your favorite whatever. You're used to it so much, and then you have to get something else and start all over.
And not because you want to, but because your job is making you.
And the thing that you wanted is obsolete. Let's say, this is my favorite seat in this car. You got to get new seats in your car. Or these are my favorite set of tires.
Whatever.
Whatever.
The point is, it's just people don't like to change.
Yeah. And in this particular case, he has a point on principle, but that doesn't really mean anything because those helmets aren't deemed safe anymore. That's why they have all those DNA helmets, those evolution helmets. Those were popping off huge.
Which again is PR. But
because those DNA helmets, if anything, probably cause more concussions. Because them shits were a weapon. I know. I slung it at a couple people's heads a couple times. Those DNA helmets, those helmets are freaking huge. And if you get a different kind of helmet with the face mask, the 3-bar or the 2-bar,
it's whatever. Just like saying a safe gun or a safe sword. Bruh, it's still a sword.
I like the way this gun feels in my hand. I'm used to it, but now I got to use a different one. Well, either way, you're doing damage with it.
But but my thing is, can't he make the same exact how the padding is? Can't
that type of helmet is outlawed. That whole type of helmet is outlawed.
So it's a whole different structure on his head. Even the padding,
it's a whole different kind of helmet.
It's like an iPhone 5 and an iPhone 10. You could still do the same shit, but it
you
looks
like having
different.
You like having earbuds.
And functions different. It's essentially the same thing, but it's also not.
To me, that just sounds it's like what baby boomers versus millennials. I get it. You don't want the change, but change happens. So why just change the helmet? It's not that big of an issue. I get that. You're comfortable. It's because I used to be a dancer, so you have to wear your shoes and you break them in, and then you get so comfortable with it that you don't want to change it. But eventually they get ran down, so you have to get new ones, or you don't want to. But maybe the person's
But the other thing is the NFL didn't care about concussions for 50 years.
Now they care about his helmet.
So now they care about his helmet. So it's very hypocritical.
Right.
I see if it was ankle braces or cleats. Because some people like mids. Personally, I like high tops because I've broken both my ankles. So
and you're slow.
That has nothing to do with anything.
Anybody who wears high tops is slow.
I just don't know. I
wore high tops because I shattered my ankle.
If it's your head, whatever, I would
and you slow.
Just be fuck it. Excuse me. I would just be you know what? I'm going to take this L and protect my head.
Like Kenny in a race.
First off, Pete, no one believes Deion Sanders told you ran a 5.1. I don't believe it. And you don't run a 5.1. You don't run a 5.14 now. First it was a 5.17. Now it's a 5.14.
5.14.
I don't believe you. I think you're lying.
5.14.
Okay, you ran a 5.1 10 years ago.
Damn, that was like 11 years ago. That was like 11 years ago. I'm washed.
Had I never broken my ankle, I would have cracked that 5'3", but it didn't happen. Never went up in speed.
All right, man. So let's move to Take Your Tangent since our sound effects aren't working, apparently.
Pete took his glasses off. No, actually, the little headphone button, the headphone logo at the bottom of the screen probably isn't on. That's why, that one. Go ahead, try it again. That's why I turned it off.
That's pretty cool.
Because the feedback, it's kind of gross.
I think it's pretty cool.
A little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. The sound effects aren't working. Whatever. Quarterside always messes with this.
Wow. Okay. So they're just starting podcast beef.
I'm just saying. Like, they've been going before us.
Yeah, even the old studio. Some know what always happens.
Shit always gets broken.
I mean, damn.
I'm just saying.
Keith, if you're listening.
Yeah. Keith already knows. We've had conversations. He be like, yeah, they be breaking shit all the time.
Like, why are all the aux cords and everything plugged in the wrong way?
They don't be clogging the toilets, so.
I didn't clog the toilet, bro.
Hey, I didn't say you did. All I said was they didn't.
Okay,
you over here
stitching on yourself. The toilet. The shit was just leaking.
Hey!
I can't. Okay, I finished the recording.
Sound a little guilty. I'm just saying.
Not guilty at all. Actually,
like, okay then.
No guilt whatsoever. Okay. I don't clog toilets.
All right. Nobody said you did
anymore.
Nobody said you did.
Why you look at me like that, sir?
You sound guilty as fuck right now. You sound so guilty.
Because I knew you were going to bring this up on the air.
I didn't say anything. I just looked.
I said I don't clog toilets. You looked at me like, this nigga lying, Your Honor.
If you sitting with your girl and she going off about somebody else cheating, are you just going to be like, I didn't cheat? Like...
Black men don't cheat, so I don't have to say that. Black men don't cheat.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go. No.
Okay.
Black men don't cheat.
We're not getting into this. All right, man.
They don't. We don't cheat.
All right, man. Take
I never had to cheat to win anything in my life.
The sun rises in the west.
And on the other side of the world.
Take or tangent, the Superdome will get $450 million stadium renovations, and the Saints will host the Super Bowl in 2024. You got to take or tangent.
I don't know why Serve is putting her thumb down. I think she should go first.
She don't have a take on this. You got a take on this?
You trolling? You trolling?
All right, your turn. I'm trying to
way to go, sir. Should I throw you a layup? You weren't ready for it. Damn.
I was going to say it's lame. I think it's lame as fuck. I mean, there's a lot of other shit. Just like the City Girls bet.
I mean...
How I was gonna let you have it.
Can we get through this last 20 minutes?
Cool, because you have to
without y'all getting in a fight about City Girls.
I was gonna let you have the platform.
All right, thank you. I mean,
fuck.
I was gonna take that light from you.
What do you mean the light? There's light all around the room.
The light of your cold ass Sprite.
Oh, okay.
That was terrible. Boom. Okay. No. All right, that was terrible.
Holy shit.
Here's my take. That was terrible. And honestly, good for the Saints. I'm like, shout out to all these NFL teams who swear they can't pay their players, but sure do break the bank to make their stadium look good when they get a Super Bowl that year.
Here's my take.
I don't think Drew Brees is playing until 2024 either, so there you go. Saints ain't even going to be there.
Why is New Orleans always hosting the Super Bowl? Like, does the mayor of New Orleans got something on the NFL?
No, they just feel bad for how bad they dropped the ball during Katrina, so they just want to keep feeding that.
But even before that, the Superdome had this Super Bowl a lot.
It's Louisiana. Duh.
Like, they probably do have some time.
It's like New Orleans, Atlanta, LA,
party
Miami.
Cities.
Those are like the Super Bowl, and sometimes New York sprinkled in here and there.
Drugs, sex, and music, and Makes alcohol.
Sense. Makes sense. All right. Next up, the LA Coliseum, home of your Legion of Troy, and also everybody else's Rams.
They changed the name of it, by the way.
It's no longer the LA Memorial Coliseum.
It's like Armed Field. It's like Armed Forces Field at something Coliseum.
Reportedly, the stadium looks completely brand new. The suites are all crimson.
Yep.
Seats are redone. The concourse is redone.
So cup holders and armhand.
So you got to take a tangent on the gentrification of the Coliseum.
Tailgate.
Wow.
You ready for that tailgate?
I really didn't expect you to take this
USC versus Utah. Coach Clark was talking about it last week.
USC versus Oregon.
Yeah.
USC versus UCLA.
Yeah. Tailgate.
We're about to just be having live shows at USC like all next year.
Dog. Wait till college football. 3 weeks. Woo! Tailgate. The rest of the year, I don't work Fridays, and I might call off Saturdays. Who knows?
But yeah, man, I just want to say
that's a touchdown.
I'm going to say it's a turnover. I mean, the wrong game.
Doesn't matter. It's a touchdown. If you want to know, if you want to take, it's a touchdown.
Okay, I'm just going to say this. The fact of the matter is, a Coliseum can be as nice as it wants to be, and the Bank of California Stadium right there next door on the same campus looks amazing too. The Galen Center's dope. USC is cool. Like, but between all that shit, you still got crackheads on bicycles. You got no parking.
Sketch-ass
you got
parking.
like, there's not really like there's like hole in the walls and like vegan places. There's like either pay $15 for a little tiny sandwich or pay $9 for some greasy ass shit that you don't know if the dude washed his hands or not. And I'm a hole in the wall patron, so I'm not generalizing. I'm just saying that's that side of the town. That's what you gotta go in. That's the side of town. So between all that, like, they really got to do something with that community to make it a little bit better for the people that aren't going to the games.
You mean that already live there and getting pushed out and gentrified out? And then they're not even letting them in the USC?
I don't think they're getting gentrified or pushed out because they're the ones charging $200 for parking in their driveway.
Yeah, but it's a lot of white people that live over there now.
I don't know about that.
That area. Same way you see white people in the jungles. It's mad white people that live by USC, bro. What are you talking about?
But white people are everywhere. You know how it is.
Yeah, they're even by jungles.
Yeah, they are.
Dorsey High.
Yeah,
but I've actually heard some people say, like, honestly, the jungles, I never got robbed. I never got anything. But I moved to Hawthorne. I've been robbed twice in a year. And honestly, it's the same thing.
I got robbed in Hawthorne too.
I've been in Hawthorne for not even a year, and I've been robbed twice.
I know you from the IE. That's why.
Yeah,
you fresh meat.
But yeah,
you're probably going somewhere. He's probably walking somewhere you shouldn't have walked. He's probably in a back street you had no business being at.
Yeah, I don't know.
And by the way, jungles 20 years ago is totally different than now.
Oh yeah,
10 years ago is different. When I was in high school, we talked about the jungles. But we definitely never went over there. And I have teammates who have family over there. They didn't even go over there. So yeah, that's a totally different. It's totally different.
All right, man.
Gentrified now.
So another big issue this week that went down: the NFL.
I just want to say, if Dorsey High School just becomes like 10 years from now, a high school with a bunch of white boys that's starting at quarterback, I'm gonna be really upset.
Oh hell nah!
They only had 18 players.
Are you serious? Didn't they just win a CIF like 2 years ago?
Kevon Thibodeau transferred off that Dorsey team and went to Christian.
Was that the DN?
No, yeah, he's DN. He was at Oregon. He's at Oregon now. They had mad talent.
When we played them 3 years ago, they had DNs, bro. They had about 3 of them.
A lot of them transferred out.
Above 6 foot, fast as hell.
Yeah.
And they had 2 running backs that were dominant.
Transfer.
And they had receivers. They had a squad.
They had Mark Blocker who played DN.
Keyshawn better get out there, bro. Get your alumni together. What are you doing, bro?
Same thing with
get out of Long Beach Blacklist and get out there.
Cal Blacklist. Yeah. Same thing with Long Beach Poly. The coaches were talking about last week.
Why did
Long Beach Poly only has 28? He got a job at Arizona State.
Still,
and he took 7 of his players. He took a bunch of players off that Long Beach Poly team.
Shout out to Paramount High, my dad's alumni.
What has Paramount High done?
Antonio Pierce.
That's it.
I mean,
I guess that's enough. All right. I mean, don't make me start naming Lawndale High.
But yeah, so the NFL this week issued a work stoppage guide, essentially advising players on what to do to prepare and be proactive in case there is a work stoppage after